This is the Pal Talk News Network.
The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
News Talk is online. News Talk Online, a production of paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users, on demand on iTunes and on YouTube, and on my blog, GaryBaumgarten.com, where you're encouraged to post your comments, whether you agree with yours truly or not, no retribution. And thanks to our good friends at CRN Digital Talk Radio, we're syndicated to an additional 12 million households. I am your host, Gary Baumgarten. I welcome you to the show, and I'm telling you, the place to be, if you really want to know what's going on in this crazy world of ours, is paltalknewsnetwork.com, where you will see stories that you may or may not see, hear, or read in the mainstream media. Today we have dispatches from Brussels, New York, Washington, D.C., Sarasota, Florida, and Chicago on the front page. And one of those dispatches is about the Belgian lawmakers' vote to ban the wearing of the Islamic burqa in public in Belgium. And we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes after we hear from Cassandra Wood, who has been listening very intensely as we have carried the third and final debate here live on the Pal Talk News Network between the three heads of the three major parties running for offices for Parliament in the United Kingdom. And one of those parties will attempt to form a government, and in all likelihood, one of the three gentlemen you just heard from will be the next Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. But first, I want to tell you about a little thing that happened to me within the hour. There's a nice plaza in the sunlight in the afternoon, because it's on the west side of a very tall building in Midtown Manhattan. It's at the corner of 34th Street and 8th Avenue in Manhattan. And I decided to stroll over there and get a little bit of vitamin D in the sunshine, and also a little bit of all-natural fruit and protein with a juice smoothie that I had just purchased at a Starbucks. And I'm sitting there on one of the concrete benches in the concrete jungle of Manhattan, just minding my own business, watching people as they go by, when suddenly a window above me blows out and shattered glass showers down on top of us all. We all run to get out of the way of the flying glass. One gentleman tripped and fell and cut himself. The only injury, pretty minor. At first I thought terrorist attack, but I didn't hear an explosion. I didn't see smoke billowing from the window about 3 or 4 stories up. So then I thought, somebody must have jumped. So I inch around the corner because there's a drive there that goes down under the building. I inched around the corner to see if somebody was lying in the drive, but no, just shattered glass. Well, that was good. So then I did what any good citizen should do. I picked up my cell phone and I dialed 911. What I'm about to tell you is an approximation of the conversation as best as I can recollect. I'm sure the tapes will show that my approximation is approximately correct. 911, where's the problem? Yes, on 34th, east of 8th Avenue in the borough of Manhattan. Sir, you have to tell me what borough you're in. In Manhattan, on 34th, east of 8th Avenue. Sir, this is confusing to me. Give me a street address. Well, the street address of the building is 1 Penn Plaza, so I relate to her. In the borough of Manhattan, at 1 Penn Plaza. 110 what? No. 1 Penn, Paul, Edward, Nora, Plaza. Sir, this is confusing to me. Never mind. There's a police officer here now radioing it in. She, not he. Can you imagine if it had been a life and death situation, ladies and gentlemen? And somebody's calling, somebody's being robbed, somebody's being shot at, somebody's being stabbed, somebody's being raped, somebody's bleeding to death. I see a suspicious device. I think it's a bomb. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if it was up to me to have summoned help rather than the two officers who strolled across the street to check out the confusion, beat cops, I'd still be waiting for help. Cassandra, that would never happen with the coppers I know in the United Kingdom. Give us a synopsis of the debate there. Cassandra Wood, welcome to News Talk Online on the Pal Talk News Network.
Well, thank you very much, Gary. That was an incredible story, and I don't actually think it would happen here. But, you know, you never know.
Well, hopefully the 911 operators in England understand English, but go ahead.
Well, one hopes so. As you say, it was the third of the three debates. We're just, well, actually, a week from now, 7 days from now, the polls will have closed and the die will have been cast. It was an interesting debate, and I think one that was far more even. Today they discussed the economy, which of course is very much on everybody's minds. They started off with a roundup. Cameron started first. He says we have to reward work, we have to get people off welfare payments, we have to fix the banks and stop the abuses there. We have to make things in this country, build up the manufacturing base. We have to give value for money in public services, and we don't need to join the euro at the moment and be like Greece. We have to maintain it. Clegg waffled, to be quite frank. He talked about the need to be frank about what we do, rediscover our passion for building, and no income tax for the first 10,000. On the first 10,000. And Brown said we need to take immediate action. We're on the road to recovery. We need to support the new economy and not shrink it. I thought it was a very interesting opening group. Cameron actually came out with some positive suggestions. They talked about spending cuts. Why can't we be honest about them? They talked about what are you going to do about increasing taxes? And why are you giving bonuses to the banks? You know, when they're using our money and having the bonuses close. And somebody, the debate was from Birmingham